I'm going to tell you raw and uncut how I feel about this matchup and how I feel about either side winning. I think the probability of Bud winning is so low that it's just a no-brainer to think Canelo wins, which is why if Bud wins, he's on Mount Rushmore. Oh, I'm going to say this again right before the fight. Canelo's going to drop him. Crawford's going to fall. He's going to be on all fours, pause. It's going to take him a while to get up, but he's going to stick his tongue out. He's going to smile about it. But it's going to take him a while to get up. And things aren't going to operate well, and then he's going to get up. And when he gets up, they're going to look at him, they're going to give him a chance, and they're going to say, go. And Canelo's going to go to finish the job, and they're going to wave it. And when they do, Bud Crawford is going to complain to the ref like, what? Oh, man. It's going to be like that. Leaving Bud buddies able to say it was a bad stoppage. And the reason why it may be a little early is because of the weight difference, the power difference. You get scared.
What it feel like to see the truth and still ignore it? Whether in denial or out of it is still important. I'm from where they sold men, secrets only told friends. Dusty church with old hymns, 24s and chrome rims, dirty south. Football jersey with that 5 on it. Skeletons in closets on a hanger, look alive, don't it? Look alive if you trying to survive. Head on a swivel, dribbling might be your ride. I'm trying to make it to a higher height. Square when it's time to fight. Pair up with the baddest one. Kona Dalton, Highland Heights, that pipeline. Way later I found Jigga in my lifetime. I'm catching up and still can't sleep at nighttime. So much going on inside my head, I should talk it out. I can never be no lame if God know my heart is sound. Hand closer to the flame until it spark a cloud. Why they never wanna bite but they be barking loud. I'm really on it, really on it, really on it. Consequences getting real but we still be on it. Tell no lies, tell the truth, shame the devil. Tell no lies and tell the truth, shame the devil. Yeah, I'm really on it, really on it, really on it. Consequences getting real but we still be on it.
It is a sad day in Whoville. The boxing world stunned and left silent. A lot of people didn't want to see this, but you got to bear witness and you got to get a taste of it. And at the end, you know what? You deserved all of it, just like we deserved to see it, just like Terence Crawford deserved to do it. Point blank, period. How did so many people get it wrong? You might say. Well, if you throw out the buttermilk biscuit, if you throw out the paid opposition and the people that are paid to talk shit, like I told you before, boxing miseducates. They ignored everybody with an educated opinion because at the end of the day, everybody was looking at it through a logical lens. And sometimes that is the wrong idea. A lot of people got it wrong because they understand boxing, but they don't understand the fight element. And they don't understand the psychology of fighting. Once again, this is why I got to give props to who I believe is the greatest boxing trainer ever. And you should know who that is. And that's no other than Cus D'Amato, because he dealt with the psyche. It wasn't hard to tell who was going to be the victor if you looked at the character of the man. Okay? Because in the end, that's going to tell you who does what at the end of the day, who gives up and who's going to keep going. That's why Cus said it's always the character of the man that determines who's going to be the victor of the fighter. That may seem opposite to people with boxing brains thinking just boxing logic. Y'all thought everything on paper. That's what it was. It was everything that was on paper. But you got to know when you're looking at something totally different, something that's going to defy those rules. You got to know when you're looking at that. And most importantly, you got to have a fight element in you. Crawford is a fighter that learned how to box. You got to understand that. Those are two different things. Fighters and boxers. You know, the goal is to blend the two, but if you understand the element of fighting, then you understand that Crawford couldn't have been beat. Not by Canelo. Wasn't strong enough. And I said, who's going to have the more dog? And you know it was Crawford who had the dog. regardless of size, regardless of this, regardless of that. You talking about a highly skilled fighter that's got a mean streak and one of the best closers in boxing. Switch hitters and counter. Fully educated, a complete fighter. And yet it was all this doubt. Well, they got to eat crow today. And I'm going to tell you something crazy. If Crawford wanted to press the issue, he could have got Canelo out of there, or at least dropped him. And we all know that. Canelo legs was gone. But I'm going to tell you something most important. Y'all probably could have robbed Crawford up until one thing, till one big thing. When Canelo Alvarez showed his frustration in that boxing match, I knew that was enough to send it over the edge to tip the ball in the basket. Okay? Because what he gave away right there, that solidified Crawford's win. He was already winning, but you know how boxing is. But when Canelo showed that frustration, he sealed the deal. Because y'all go back and forth. You can't deny that Canelo was frustrated. You can't deny that Crawford got the better of the exchange. Crawford was just an all-around better fighter, point blank, period. Now that everybody's silent as shit. They don't know what to say. I mean, we know the discredit coming, but I'm not checking no discredit. Everybody know what they seen that night. Everybody know what they seen. A unanimous decision. End of story. End of story. If you upset about it, if you believe boxing is over, look at Canelo and blame Canelo. Because now Mexican boxing is fucked. It's fucked. There is no passing of no torch no more. What y'all gonna do? I told y'all to think about this shit, but y'all so blind, y'all so stupid, y'all so drunk on hate, y'all so drunk on this, that, and the third. I bet you this will teach you to wrap your racial pride up in a boxing match again. Won't it? Because y'all down bad like a motherfucker out there. Real bad. And that's what you get. And you deserve to be laughed at. And you deserve to be embarrassed. And you deserve to shame your head. And that's including all the content creators that went along with the bullshit. Now y'all look dumb as fuck and inaccurate at your fucking job. And it's not just that anybody can pick the wrong fighter, but it's the way y'all went about it. Giving him zero chances, and the chances that you did give him was contributed to Victor Conte. Stop it. Stop it. Y'all seen God work that night. Everything y'all tried to do. Listen, you can't deny the element of the Lord in this. You can't deny it. You've seen it. You know why it felt so good? Because you knew somebody that deserved it. Got it. And it's rare in this world that happens to those type of people. So when you see them go through, when you see them reach that goal, you feel it too. You win too. It felt just like you won, didn't it? Because you knew that he deserved it. And he earned it. That's why you can share those moments with people. That's what I'm saying. You got to learn how to celebrate other people's victories. They're your victories too. You know, but now everybody looks stupid. I never wanted to see the fight. I never wanted it. I wanted David Benavidez. But now, here it is, man. Here it is. And ain't nothing nobody can say. He was outboxed. He was outclassed. And another thing, can't nobody say that wasn't the best Canelo that you'd have seen in I don't know how long. He beat a good Canelo. Canelo ain't been that light on his feet in I don't know how long. So you go ahead and continue to try to discredit him, but at this point, he done pushed the mark so far over the meter that even with your hate, it's just undeniable. You can't 3 times undisputed and got Canelo on his got him on his resume. Man, come on, bro. Like this is what I've been waiting for. This is all I ever wanted to say. Look, I was around when he was fighting. I seen him fight because my uncles And my granddads, they had people to brag about in their era. I really didn't have that. But I was waiting to see it. So I could like, yeah, I was there. I seen it. I remember that time. That was of my era. I seen Terence Crawford fight this, and that. So I can brag. So I can have something because these fighters wasn't giving it to me. Crawford gave that to me, man. We're not just talking about pound for pound fighter no more. We're talking about solidified all-time great.